guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video I decided to do a talk through video because I see that you guys enjoy when I do talk through videos. I wasn't really going to film today because I feel like crap today. It's, you know, time of the month, and I didn't want to do my makeup, but then I'm thinking, you know what, I have to do my makeup no matter what. I just had to get up and do it, so I decided to do my makeup. And then I was doing this makeup look and I'm like, I need to do it. I need to film it because if I try to refilm it later, I'm not gonna get the same look. I don't know if that happens to you guys, but that happens a lot to me. So I kind of did this cut crease, rose gold kind of look. I wanted to do something for spring, and I am actually wearing a Power Ranger shirt. So I'm like, I'm gonna do something inspired by my shirt. So yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and prime my lid. I'm using the Stay Don't Stray in light and medium. You can definitely use foundation or concealer, whatever you guys like to prep your eyes. I'm gonna use this one because this is for eye primer. And yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and prime, and then I'm gonna blend that out with my finger. And if you guys hear like a little bell, my new family member Taco, if you guys saw my last video, he is walking around right now. He woke up and he's like very active right now. So yeah, and I mean, I just love him to pieces. He's so cute. Where is he? So anyways, I'm just gonna go ahead and prime, and then I kind of go back with a little bit of setting powder. I'm using the what is it? I forgot. Cover FX. Isn't translucent and light, and I'm just gonna use that powder to set it, just so that, you know, it just helps a lot better for the eyeshadows to blend out. So I'm gonna go with Makeup Geek shadows. I was going to use my peach palette, but I was like, no, let's just do some Makeup Geek shadows. So I'm going to be using Chickadee from this palette, and that's going to be the transition color. I'm going to apply this all over the crease, and I'm just gonna build that up because I am applying different colors on the crease. So I'm just going to apply this and go in circle motions and then blend upwards. I feel like I have cat hairs on me, so I'm just going to build that up. And you just want to make sure you blend as you go, or just make sure that it doesn't get all crazy, because I believe that when it sets, kind of hard to blend out. So then I'm gonna go with this brown shade, and this one is Morocco. If I don't list the names, if I don't say the names, I'll list them down below. I'm going to apply it right on the crease as well, just kind of letting Chickadee peek out a little bit, because you don't want to overlap them and then you can't see it. So I'm just going to apply that here. Going back with Chickadee, I'm going to apply a little bit more, because since I have hooded eyes, you can see, like, if I'm looking like this to apply shadow, I think it looks good. I can see it. But once I look straight, my eye will cover that up. So I want the shadow to be popping out. So I will tend to, after I do this applying shadow, I kind of look straight and see if the color is peeking out. If it's not, then I go with my eye open and I start applying color there as well. So you want to be able to see the color when your eyes are straight, because it's not like you're going to walk around like this the whole time and showing everybody your shadow. So I want my shadow to pop, so I do this. Just going with a little brush and just kind of blend this out. Alright, so I'm going to go with a pencil brush, and I'm going to apply, I believe this is Cherry Cola and Bitten. I'm going to mix those two shadows together and apply those right on the crease. And it's okay if it's messy because we're gonna go back and clean them up, but we just want to make sure those colors are on the crease and as dark as we can make them. So I do have a little bit of foundation on this side of my face. I did use 2 foundations on this side. If you guys can see, this face is done already. I wanted to show you guys how to do this one. I did apply a little bit of foundation because I don't know what happened. I probably had an allergic reaction to something and I broke out really bad from this side of my face and a little bit here. Excuse me. So my face is towed up right now and I am not loving it. So yeah, that's kind of why I wasn't filming. So, but I'm like, girl, gotta film. So I'm going with the same brush again and I picked up a little bit of those 2 shades and started blending upwards. You want to grab a little bit more and start, you know, blending that out. So we want to make sure that the line is blended out. And like I said, it's okay if it's messy because we're going to go back and we're going to cut the crease, so it doesn't really matter. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to use my concealer. This one is from Toofaced, Born This Way. And this one's in very fair. I'm going to grab some of that and put it in the back of my hand. And then I'm going to grab a little brush like this. And I'm going to start cutting the crease. This is just going to help me give that guide. Like you guys can see, it's just like, so we want that. So I do, my back is hurting. I do kind of tilt my head like this just to see where I want it. You want to start going slow. Let me tell you guys, to be honest, this is the second time I've done this today because the first attempt it didn't come out good. So I went and got a wipey, wiped it off and redid it again. So it's okay if you don't get it the first time. You just gotta practice. If you guys go back, like back in the day when I used to do videos, my crazy dramatic videos, I used to do a lot of cut crease. And let me tell you, now I can't do it anymore. I have no idea. I lost it, I guess. And you know, if you stop practicing, it's kind of, you lose it, I guess. And I'm trying to learn it again to do cut creases because I really like them. So I'm gonna grab a little bit of that concealer and I'm gonna start creating my cut crease. I do have hooded eyes, so I kind of tend to go a little bit higher than where my crease is at, just so that you can see it a little bit. So I kind of just start following the shape of my eye. And you want to do this carefully because if you mess up, you fucked it all up and you're gonna have to redo it. So okay, so you want to be able to open your eye and see that you can see it a little bit. I'm going to overlap it a little bit more. Alright, so I'm going back with that same brush we used to blend out my brow bone. I'm going to grab a little bit of setting powder and I'm going to go ahead and set that. Once you're happy with it, you want to go ahead and set it. I feel like this helps it a lot. So now I'm going to go back again with a pencil brush, going back with Cherry Cola and Bitten, and I'm going to create that crease line again. Do you see that? So then I'm going to go back after and do the same shadows I did here just to blend that out a little bit. So I'm going to go with the new LA Splash pigments. And this one is in Celestial. This is a rose gold, rosy with some gold tones in there. I'm going to apply this all over the lid, and I'll be using their Midnight. This is an eyeshadow primer. This one comes with those pigments, so it just helps, you know, so you can use the pigment. So I'm gonna add a little drop of that to the side, like to a container or something, and then grab what is this? This is a cream shader brush. You wanna apply it with something flat like this, just so that you can have a lot more control. And you apply the product onto the brush. You could either apply it to the eye already, or you can apply this product onto the pigment and then start creating your crease. So I kind of play with it a little bit, and then I start applying it. Back with the same shades again and apply some of those on the crease. Then you want to go back with a little blending brush or something like that and just blend everything out. So I'm gonna go ahead and from the peach palette, I'm gonna use this shade right here, and this is going to be the brow bone highlight. And then I'm just gonna go back again and kind of blend that out. Alright, moving on, I'm going to apply on my inner corner highlight, and I'll be using the Becca Cosmetics Prismatic Amethyst, this highlighter right here. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see it, but it's beautiful. It turns into this right here. Before I do that, you know, I'm going to apply my bottom color. So I'm using both Bitten and Cherry Cola, and I'm going to apply those right at the bottom lash line, bringing it inwards. That looks fine. And then I go back with the same Chickadee and Morocco, those two colors, and I use those to blend out the bottom. It's okay if it's messy, we're gonna go back and clean that out, so we're good. A little bit of setting spray, and then I'm gonna go and dip it into the highlighter. I'm going to apply this in the inner corner. Camera died, so I had to change the battery. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply my lashes eyeliner. I applied that highlighter here in the inner corner and then mixed it with the same shadow I used here. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and apply my lashes and liner. So I'm gonna apply my Coco lashes and Goddess, and then my eyeliner. I'm using the Marc Jacobs, and I'm applying this right in the waterline. And and apply my liner. This one is from Prestige Line and Style Ink Pen. Extreme long lasting, black shine, water resistant, and it looks like this. And I'm just gonna clean it out a little bit because I did mess up, so there we go. I'm gonna go back with a little bit of the lid color because I kind of messed up my eyeliner. So I'm going to, this is not it. Stop hiding from me, brush. So I'm gonna apply a little bit more of that LA Splash glitter. I'm just gonna clean up the liner. Just kind of going. While that dries, I'm gonna go. So I did go in with the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Stick Foundation and Y375, but I really like mixing these two together. So I'm gonna apply some of that, some of the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte. I don't know, I like how they both feel together. So, and I feel like my foundation lasts a lot longer and it stays matte. So I'm going to apply that. And it just gives me that extra coverage, so. But you guys can definitely skip this step. I just feel like I need the extra coverage since whatever gave me that allergic reaction, my face is red and has like little spots. So hopefully that goes away. Just gonna retouch a little bit here because it kind of erased on me here. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and set the whole face. I'm gonna apply a little bit of my concealer under the eyes. And then I'm gonna set the rest of my face with the Cover FX. After I blend this all out. Okay, so now I'm just gonna go ahead and set it. I use my beauty blender, my broken beauty blender, the one that I cut. I cut it thinking it was gonna work better because I kind of stabbed it with my nails and it kind of ripped. So I was like, oh, I'm just gonna snip it, you know, cut a little bit. So now it's like a broken one. So now I just use this for dry, for setting and everything. So I'm gonna set my under eyes. I was supposed to do my under eye makeup after I did this part, but I totally forgot. So I'm just gonna go ahead and set it. And then I go and grab my powder brush, use the same setting powder, and just set the rest of my face. It would just be this side of the face because I already did the rest. It's gonna look white, but it's okay. We're gonna bring color back. So I've had this bronzer. This is Park Avenue Princess from Tarte. This is what it looks. It's a cool tone. I'm gonna use this because a lot of you guys want me to try cool tones. I really don't like it, but you know, just because I wanted to try something different, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Use this. I'm gonna go ahead and contour my nose with it. I'm gonna use this little tiny brush, and I'm just going to dip it in here, play with it a little bit, and pack off the excess powder, and just contour my nose a little bit while my face. Okay, so I'm gonna grab some of that, more of that setting powder, and just set the contour of the nose. I think the cat went back to sleep. Okay, so alright, so now I can remove the excess powder. I'll leave the nose one there for a little bit, even though it look weird, but it's okay. So I'm gonna go with this one, and I'm going to contour, bronze up my face with it. So I'm gonna go ahead. I feel like you can't see it. I can see it on camera, but like in person, I feel like you can't really see it. That's why I really don't use it. I'm more used to the warm tones. But I don't know. We'll see how it goes during the day. And then contour the jawline just to make it appear slimmer. We gotta make ourselves look skinny. Like we only eat salads and not tacos, because I know I be eating tacos at midnight, right? So we gotta contour this jawline. And then I'm going with the Hello Flawless from Benefit in the color Champagne. And I'm going to grab some of that with my beauty blender. And going to chisel my contour just to make it pop a lot more. So for blush, this is not something new to you guys, but I'm using the Sweet Peach Glow palette. This shade right here, it's my favorite. I love how it looks, so I'm gonna use that one. And again, oh, here it is, using a Pretty Girl's brush, apply this to my cheeks. Why is it wet? I have it next to the water, so it's kind of wet. Oopsie. Alright, then we're gonna go ahead and highlight. I'm going to be using, what is this called? The Artist Couture by Angel. I'm using Conceited. I hardly use this one because I don't know. I only use it for special occasions. Making sure that my eyelashes are good. So I'm gonna apply some Slay All Day setting spray from ItCosmetics. This is my favorite. I love it, you guys. I do have a discount code if you guys want to get I think it's 30% off. I'm not sure how much it is. It's pretty great for some money off. This setting spray is amazing. My one I love is the green tea ginger. The smell is amazing, and my foundation stays all day, so I really like it. So yeah, they have little sizes as well too if you guys are just trying to test it out. So I'm going to apply some of that into my brush and kind of tap the excess, and then start applying this. Look at this highlight, guys. So beautiful. I'm going to apply some of that to my nose. Cupid's bow.